Everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Althea level from the Hades CTF over at HackMyVM.eu. So for each one of these levels, we need to read the mission.txt file and see what's going on. So let's see. So mission.txt in this case says, this is mission number 4. The user Andromeda has left us a program to list directories. So the Andromeda user is the target user for this level, and there's an SUID binary in here that's called lsme. So let's take a look at what this is. So this is another SUID binary, and SUID binaries are going to give us elevated access while we're running the binary. So what does the lsme binary do? If we just run the binary, it says file to check. So file to check, I don't know, how about Andromeda pass.txt? Okay, so this just runs ls on the file. So running ls on the file as a privileged user doesn't actually get us. So if we run ls with privileges, that doesn't necessarily get us any further access on the system. So we need to figure out how to abuse this. So one thing that occurs to me is that this could be running ls. This could be running ls without an absolute file path, or it could be running ls, but it's coded in such a way that lets us do OS command injection. But let's talk about what's actually going on. So in level number 4, Althea, we're dealing with OS command injection. So in this level, we're presented with an SUID binary, which is running the lsla command. So it's basically just running this with the privileges of a higher level user. So if you run the binary, it will prompt you for a file to run on, but you can also inject other other Linux commands. So we can just run it on whatever, and then give a semicolon to exit to end that command, and then give our other commands. So let me see. Run this thing on mission.txt semicolon who am I? So it says here that we're running as the Andromeda user. So that means we should be able to read the Andromeda user's password using this. So we'll run the program, we'll run it on mission.txt, then end the command, and then cat Andromeda pass.txt. Okay, but in this case, it doesn't actually get us the Andromeda.txt contents. So what's actually going on here is we're going to inject a bash shell command to become the Andromeda user and then read the password. So we're just going to end the command, and then we're going to open up a bash shell, and we should be able to get access as the Andromeda user. So run it on mission.txt and then bin bash. Who am I? We're now the Andromeda user. Might not like spaces. That could be the issue. But I wonder why. There's probably something to do. It has something to do with the fact that it crashes here. It might give an idea as to what is actually going on with the binary. So let's cat Andromeda pass.txt. Okay, and this is it. Oh, it doesn't like art. Yeah, okay. It doesn't like spaces. All right, so this is the password for Andromeda. Okay, so let's get out of here. So when we exit, it also gives a segmentation fault. So the program always crashes. Even if you run it normally, it crashes every time the program, the binary finishes operations. Okay, so let's do a summary of what we did right there, and then we'll finish out the level. So in this level, the user Andromeda is left as a program to list directories. So in this case, the SUID binary is vulnerable to OS command injection. So we can actually just do a very simple OS command injection, semicolon to stop the previous command, and then run our own command. So in this case, we can read whatever file we want and then open up a bash shell. So once we have the bash shell open, we can read the password for the Andromeda user. All right, everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the Althea level from the Hades CTF game over at HackMyVM.eu. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.